Finally, you know, for a good 15 minutes, my Facebook just wasn't happening. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I know I'm late. I know. It's just one of those deals. You know, usually I try to use my my phone, my other phone, as a monitor because that helps. Although I do not know if I have it. Maybe I need to check in here if my other phone is here. It might be on my desk. Yep, no, I've got it here. I have it here. If I can just pull it out of my bag here in a moment. And then, because, you know, sometimes when the phone that I'm looking at now, the one that I'm using as my my main camera, sometimes the comments don't show up, you know. So when that happens, you always have to have a plan B. Yeah, plan B is you use your other phone as a monitor. Looking sharp, you think so? Thank you so much. You're very kind. Thank you. You know, it's for those of you that may know me for a while. I don't typically grow a beard. It's not my look, and there's a reason for that. I went to a school that when I graduated high school, I went to a college that didn't look favorably upon men that grew their beard. So I didn't grow a beard, and also my father didn't grow a beard. And my father was always clean shaven, you know. He never really grew a beard, but every so often, you know, a little rust comes out. You know, in America they call it rust. Rust means rust, but you know, Black Americans, they use what's called ebonics when they're speaking, so it comes out as rust. Got a little rust, you know, a little rust, a little flakies, you know. I'm trying to do my thing. All right, guys, do me a favor. Just please share this live. Please jump on and share the live. Also, please tell me if I am loud and clear. I'm using these little mics today. These ones here. Okay, these aren't the Rode mics. And as I was fiddling, these are the Rode mics. These are not fully charged, but these are. So I'm using the little lapel mic. I'm not using a lav. A lav is, this is called a lavalier mic. You see the little pin thing? I'm not using that. I'm just hooking it onto my clothes, you know, and the like. Please share the live. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Do you know what's on my cup? It's a little confined owl. Can you see that? Can you see that owl? That's a confined owl, mate. Who would stuff an owl in a little cage, in a cage that small? It's insane. All right, guys, there are a couple of things I want to talk to you about that I think it's important to have this type of conversation. Honestly, I do. And I was very pleased. Somebody phoned me not too long ago, a few minutes ago, and said to me, "Mwewa, are you coming live or not?" And I said, you know, I'm trying to work it out. Facebook had some type of glitch. Each time I'd push the live button, it would do the countdown, you know, the 3, 2, 1, and then it would freeze after 1. It wouldn't go live. So what I did was I restarted my phone. In a sense, I rebooted my phone, essentially. Because, you know, these devices we have now, they're basically mini computers is what they are. So sometimes you have to deal with them as such. Let me just get to your comments here. You guys, we all put the president in power, somebody said. All righty. Guys, over the last couple of days, somebody has ignited a conversation that we've needed to have for a while. And that is, who was responsible for ushering the UPND into office. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, let me give you some backstory. The previous regime, which was the Patriotic Front under Mr. Edgar Lungu, they were in office for 7 years. Okay, now, after the 7 years that they served, in 2021, August to be specific, the Zambian people voted in a brand new administration, the HH administration. Now, this was not the first time that HH had attempted to be president of Zambia. He had attempted multiple times. And this is something that they would constantly make fun of him about. They'd always say, no, he always runs, he never wins, you know, and things like that. But once he won, the moment the UPND administration, under the tutelage and the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema, there were many people that began to take credit for it. There were many people that began to say, well, he won because of me, or because of him, or because of that group over there, because of so-and-so over there. And you heard this bleating of the sheep. You know, the Old Testament calls it the bleating of the sheep, bleating. You know, the whispers, the Chinese whispers, the murmurings of the people saying, no. And one Nigerian false guy, who's hardly known in Nigeria, okay, he stood up here and he took the credit. He called himself, he said, I'm the reason I've ushered in the UPND. Complete lies. Understand this, there were several people, both on an individual level and a corporate level, that had a tiny, small part to play. There were people that were part of the jigsaw puzzle of the entire collective. There were people that became the sum total of the whole. People that did their best to contribute significantly, not only financially, not only morally, not only supportively, but in every other illy that you can think of. There are people like that, both on an individual level and a corporate level and a collective level. But I must tell you that the people that gave themselves the credit, people that stood on the highest mountaintop and claimed that they alone ushered the UPND into office, are just they're sounding gongs and cymbals, the Word of God calls them. Just people that make noise, you know, like that Nigerian false prophet. The reason we don't pay any homage to people like him is because if you pay homage to people like him, they will think that because they think they ushered in the administration and they convince you of that lie, they can equally turn around and say, because I'm the one who brought them, I can also remove them, which is also a lie. That is a complete lie. No one individual is responsible for the success and the win of the UPND in 2021. However, I must tell you, and this is the answer. The question is, who ushered in the UPND? The answer is in two parts. The first part, the Zambian people, the Zambian electorate, the Zambian citizen, you and I, that stood in line and said, no, we're going to go a different direction. The Zambian people ushered in. It is the people, we the people, ushered in the new administration. But beyond that, we cannot ignore the tenacity, the resilience, the fortitude of one Hakainde Hichilema. One of the turning points of the election, there were many, There were many little turning points that led to the victory. But one of the most significant turning points was when Hakainde Hichilema was flying into Chipata, and he was barred from entering in, and he uttered the words, "Do I need a passport to enter Chipata?" One of the things that was very evident during that confrontation, during that encounter between Hakainde and the police at that time, was his demeanor, his collectiveness. He was cool as a cucumber. He didn't showboat. He didn't scream. He didn't yell. You know, some of us, if we were in that situation, my goodness. Oh, no. This was a man that was measured. This was a man that kept his eye on the ball. This was a man that knew that there was too much at stake to mess it up now. And he very calmly said, "Do I need a passport to enter Chipata?" The Zambian people saw his demeanor. The Zambian people looked at his character. They looked at his calmness. They looked at his ability to remain focused even in the face of adversity. And the Zambian people said, "You know what? I think he'd be a great guy as president. I mean, look at how measured he is." Can you imagine other politicians? Okay, imagine for a moment. I don't mean to mention his name, but imagine if what's his name? GBM. Imagine GBM in that position. So that you get to where Tishan. Measured, magnanimous. The Zambian people recognized that, and they saw leadership quality in him and said, "You know what? Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance." So to answer your question, the Zambian people did it, first of all, you and I. Why? Because they recognized the leadership quality in one Hakainde Hichilema, and they opened the door. And guys, you must understand, leadership and offering yourself as president, it's service. I get so amused when I hear, especially these guys from the other side, these people, we're going to rule you. Tukamiteka kwa chini nkoko. Tukamiteka. No. That vocabulary, that narrative has to change. Zambians need to begin to understand the concept of leadership, the concept of service to the people. When you become a public official, you are supposed to be of service not only to your community, but to your country. The other thing that we need to teach our people that is completely lost, we don't have it as a Zambian people, and it needs to change. Patriotism. How many people do you know that truly love this country? Oh, they love themselves a lot, but the country. How many people can you point at and say, that is a patriot? Someone that loves this nation so much that they want to see it better. That's a patriot. We have very few patriots. We got these jokers, a lot of jokers running around claiming to be patriots. They're not patriots. We need to, and patriotism has to be taught. You have to teach it. From a young age, you have to teach it. You have to teach. When I was a kid, when I was growing up, you know that when you'd go to the cinema, some of you don't remember this, you know, back when we had Plaza One, Plaza Two, 20th Century cinema here in town. In those days, before they showed the film, they would always play the national anthem. They'll show a band, you know, military band playing the. All of us in the cinema, nobody used to tell us we would all do it at the same time. We would all rise and stand to our feet and sing the national anthem proudly. Patriotism, a sense of belonging. We need to get back to that. We do. We need to get back to the idea of love of country, love of your country, love of this nation. If we can get there, I think we'll win half the battle. Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think. So that's who ushered in the UPND. You and I, the Zambian people. All right. Thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for watching. Bye.